Are we live? Don't mind the hair. Don't mind the beard. I might save this for later. It depends on how well it works. Or I might just make a new one when this is all done. I thought I'd really annoy a lot of hardcore fans today by taking my found Dremel to the base plate, because I'm at the point now where I want to continue lighting up my space layout, and one of the things that needs to be lit up are the landing pads. The landing pads, there's 4, 6, 7, 8 landing pads on the surface of the like the ground level, and there's, well, all the other landing pads are already lit up, so that makes my life easier. But the landing pads on the ground level, I think should be lit up, not only the landing pads but the T intersections. So I'm going to be doing that and figuring out how I'm going to do it. So this is step one. Hey Jim, this is Lego stuff. You don't have to watch, but I'll say hi. I'm probably going to save this later for posterity. So I'm going to put it up my YouTube feed, maybe. But so with a little much more further ado, oh, this is Jeff Inwind and Jeff's landing plate. I can't drill a hole in that, so I'll drill a hole in one of mine. So when the 6890, let me see if I can get that one. When this ship was released back in 1980, whatever, it came with a landing pad. And the landing pad had red, green, and red all the way around. When the Galaxy Explorer was released a couple years before, it came with 4 reds on each side, and I don't like that. I like the red, green, and red. So this is a quick and easy and pretty efficient way to drill holes in your landing plates. On the back of the landing plates, it has all these little knobbies here, the little indents for where these studs are on top, and the Dremel fits perfectly right in the middle. And the Dremel also has the added benefit, at least this drill bit, of being the exact same size as the LED that we're going to put in there. So this works in both instances. So you turn on the Dremel, forgive the noise, but here we go. And then you hold it carefully so my cousin Jim doesn't have to come and rescue me. Because no stitches and no trips to the hospital. So we'll put it a little faster. This centers itself. And that's it. So I'm just going to turn that off for a sec. And so now you have one hole in the base plate. And not only does that work for the LEDs, if I grab an LED, so the LED can go through the hole like that. So LEDs are, but also will still be able to be used as a stud. So you can actually put a 1x1 trans round brick on top of that. So the holes there, the LED can be inside, lighten it up. So we'll see all the light ups when we're done. So again, whoever's watching this that's not a Lego fan, oh yeah, safety glasses. Thanks, Pete. Because again, that's happened before. But I do not have my safety glasses in my room, and I will try to be as safe as possible. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish drilling the holes. Try not to drill my hand in the process. That would be a good thing. So all my Lego friends who know how much these things are worth are screaming at me right now because of course I'm ruining one. But in the end, all done. So now I have 12 holes. 12 holes in my base plate. And now, the interesting part, I'm going to dust all this stuff off, all this plastic dust. Plastic dust is normal. So this is the next step, and I did this years ago on my first attempt, is that you get the LED wire. You put it in the hole, so the LED is sticking up at the top like that. You can get my hand out of the way. You can see that it's just sticking above. But then the bottom, you just bend the legs of the LED, right? And then you get, not duct tape, sorry, red green. You get just masking tape, and you just tape it down. So now, I mean, it doesn't have to be pretty on the bottom at all. And you do that. You just do that 12 more times or 11 more times. So you push it through, you bend it over, get the next one. Push it through, bend it over. I do tend to get my wires to go towards the middle, because that's where you're going to put your wiring harness, your wiring connector, your wiring splitter. Probably won't happen that way tonight or today, because I'm going to be testing something else as well, and I'll show you that in a sec. So that's 3. Here's me wasting time, vamping, as they say in the business, but I don't know how to vamp, so I will just let you guys admire this wonderful beard I have going on here, that my co-beard, as I like to call it. It just because I stopped shaving. I am still working from home, by the way, so being in IT, that really does help. My bosses let me work from home, which is very nice of them. But again, because I'm working from home, I'm not shaving right now. I might shave again, because I am now past the scratchy phase of the beard. But I've never really had one. I've been lazy a few times in my life before I met Sandy, and I let my laziness show by not shaving. But now it's just, I want to know what my beard's going to look like. And right now it's all gray. It's all gray. So somewhere along the line over the years, I got old. And I'm also Dutch, so my beard comes in extremely slowly, which is very annoying. Some of my friends would look like this after 2 or 3 days of not shaving. This is almost 3 weeks now. But what are you going to do? So now all 12 lights are on there. And so now, and you can sort of see, bring it close, all these are LEDs on the landing pad. And now we get the splitter. I'm going to start connecting lights. Just takes a little bit of time. So again, I don't know how to vamp, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. While I try to concentrate on doing this nicely. I like to keep my wiring semi-neat and tidy, but in the end, it's going to be hidden underneath. So because of that, I don't have to make it look too pretty. So each one of these wiring harnesses, these wiring blocks, can hold 8 LEDs. And I'm going to put 6 on a side because, again, I'm going to do something with the other 2 connectors, which is why I'm also testing that. Anyway, so I'm almost done here on this side. There's that. There's that. And I keep going. I'd have music in the background, but again, I'm not a musician, and you guys will just have to listen to my gravelly voice and check out my unkempt beard and all that stuff. So now we have the 2 wiring harnesses. I got my, somewhere in here, I got my jumper that will join these 2 together. Put that together, boom, bang, boom. And then we have to supply power to this thing. So I have one of Rob Hendrick's original 120 volt adapter done to 3 volts. You can connect, I think he said 32 lights on each one of these connectors inside. You can see there's 2 ports in there, 2 plugs in there. So 32 on the side, so up to 64 lights can be connected to one of these 120 volt adapters, if I remember correctly. I'm not a master electrician, but we'll see what happens. So now everything's connected. Everything's connected. It's connected to power. So if I flick the switch, the light should come on. there we go, 12 lights. So now we'll make it look pretty, because I have to get the white, or the trans red and the trans green. I should have had these ready to go, but alas, I did not bother trying to get that ready for this video. This is my trans red bin. I do have a few, that's broken. I do have a few pieces of trans red, and so that's that. I get some trans green. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So trans green. And so you put on the trans green first, because that's what I have in my hand. And this is why you tape. This is why you tape the LEDs to the bottom with masking tape or whatever, just to hold it secure while you're doing this stuff. When it's built into the layout, you won't have to worry about it at all, because the wiring will never get touched and never get damaged. It's going to be underneath the layout. I did notice that they must have changed the plastic that they used, the ABS plastic, between when I was a kid and now. Let me just turn off the light here. So now, I'm going to turn off this light. So now this is a, well, crappy camera. But, put that light back on. So now, this is a landing pad, and then your spaceship, boom, lands on that. See, and it's going to look good in the layout, especially when you do lights out stuff. So that was a quick and easy way of lighting up your landing pads. Rob Hendricks Life Lights, lifelights.com, I believe. It's where I get my lights for my Lego displays. My entire layout basically is a combination between Rob Hendricks Life Lights and my EL wires that I get from Alibaba or AliExpress. And it works nicely. You can go check out some of my other YouTube videos that show the lighting of my layout. But as I say, I need to get the 8 landing pads in the bottom on the ground level lit up. And so what happens now is that you get these guys, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use this as an example. This was a test I made to see if I could actually double face tape these landing pads and crater plates to wood. So this is melamine. And so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take off this. This is not in my show. This is just a prototype. I already have my stuff in the box out there. But what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take off these landing pads off of here. I'm going to Dremel or router some voids or some holes into the actual plywood, and that's what's going to hold those 2x8s. So those things will be right underneath the landing pad, and that'll go back to being double face taped, and the wire will come out and I'll be able to connect it up. So I'm doing a show because all this is to make shows look better, neater, funner. I just have to plug it in, and the lights will come on, and it'll look good for the kids that want to see the layout. Yeah, so this is the next step. This is one of the few remaining issues that I've had with my layout for shows, is that it's not lit up enough. Especially when I'm going to start doing more Lego conventions in the future. And they always have a lights out time when everything's lit up by itself. It's one of my favorite parts of doing Lego shows, with seeing this stuff basically self-light up. And this is, quote-unquote, a space station, so it should be lit up all by itself. Which brings up the next point, is I've been practicing or making spotlights. So the spotlights will be on the landing pad, like that. And so, because again, you expect that if you're working in space that it's going to be dark. Maybe I should have done it differently. I'm going to try to get the spotlights working. But this is one step for my Lego shows. I hope this was sort of informative or sort of entertaining. I'm not used to live streaming, as everybody in this stream can tell right now. So, but again, my Lego buddies would get it, If you don't get it, it's just me goofing around on this whole time. I hope you guys are all staying safe. I hope you guys are all staying socially distant, practicing social distancing. I'm hiding out in the Lego room a lot, and it's been nice. Sandy's been very, very kind to me. She's doing her reading and stuff upstairs, and I'm getting to hang out in the Lego room. But I miss most of you guys. Actually, I miss all of you guys, and I hope you're doing well in this very odd time of life. If you want to chat, you can send me an email, talk to me on the Facebooks, talk to me on my YouTube channel. If you have any questions about this at all, drop me a line. I've been doing this for a long time now. I'm pretty good with the dremel now, but if you have even better ideas, that's even better. I like talking about this kind of stuff, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Let me hit finish.